let's talk to him about Easy Street, Lonzo. I had the pleasure of being there. It was a great event. It was a great day, beautiful day. A lot of people came out. Such a positive vibe. In hindsight, tell us your experience and tell us some of the feedback that you got.
Man, if you didn't know you were in Compton, you wouldn't think you were in Compton. It was a great event. We had lowriders. We had the vintage bombs out there. We had the Corvette Club. We had the horse. The Compton Cowboys came out with the horses. Every facet of Compton, the Compton population showed up. We had all different neighborhoods. Yes, different neighborhoods, red and blue and the brown. And they all just hung out and just kicked it. It was a beautiful day in the CPT. I got to give I got to show love to all my folks that came out and support. Dusty was one of the first ones there. My camera crew, Trail Vision, my team on the chamber, Kim, Nicole, Earl, Edwin, Vicky. Yeah, all of them. Everybody put their foot in it. We had a great day. The city loved it. I'm still getting nothing but praise from it, man. And of course, we had our haters that had a little feedback to say how they got time to change streets and don't have time to fix potholes. Well, just so you know, the street naming event didn't cost the city a dime, not one thin dime. Eve
Booyah.
After Dark and Uncle Jam Army sponsored the entire party, the stage, the porta potties. All the city brought out was the tables and the tents. All they had to do was show up. As a person who is sympathetic to the Compton situation, I don't bring anything to the city of Compton unless I have a way to pay for it. I'm not looking for a grant. I'm not looking for a handout. If they want to participate, that's fine. But when I bring something to the city of Compton, whether it be a Father's Day event or a whatever I bring, I always bring my own funding. I may use a Compton facility, the Dollar High Center, or the area we did our event on Saturday. But when it comes to the actual party, all Compton got to do is do what they do, is show up.
And they showed up, Lonzo.
Yes. Yeah.
They showed up. You made a statement last night when we were eating dinner at the Habit Burger. Shout out to the Habit in Compton. You made a statement that was really powerful. You said that this is one of the first times, if ever, that you saw all ages, everybody from
All
8
ages,
to 80
man.
in one place. Break that down.
I do a lot of events in Compton on a regular basis. And most of the events are geared for senior citizens or kids. There's very, very few events in the city of Compton that have that, I don't know, I'm going to say 15 to 35 vibe. Now, you may come there bringing a kid or with your parent or somebody like that, but for the most part, most of the events are geared toward the seniors or the kids. And there's very few events, like I said, that I've really witnessed that have been geared toward a certain clientele, and that is that, like I said, man, 17 to 45, that's still active. They work every day. They have disposable income for low riders or got a family. But they still do their thing, and it was just great to see that we had all the major media outlets out there, and there was no yellow tape. There was no yellow tape. There was nothing for them to see other than black and brown folks having a great time, honoring a brother from the community. And that's something else I got to speak on, just on the strength. People always, when he's so dope, he did this. Man, most of the people that we learned to admire at some point in time had a messed up past. Malcolm X, he did his dirt in the streets as whatever his name, Dirty Red, whatever his name was. And Malcolm and Martin, he did this stuff while he was out there fighting for civil rights. He got busy. Let's keep it 100. So ain't nobody on this planet perfect. And what did he do for Compton? He did a lot of stuff for Compton. But at the time he was doing it, it wasn't no internet to take pictures of everything you did. Everything wasn't worthy of a press release. And to be witness and to be a part of some of the things the brother did for the community, I'm here to testify for that, to attest to that. But it is what it is. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Like I said, he was one of the first guys. He was one of the first guys that came to me to help him get this record label together. Took all my artists, but hey, I can't. You can't keep nobody that's ready to go. So it is what it is. They put some gangster on crew cut and turned it into ruthless. I can't get mad about that, folks. Can't get mad about that. And it's just, it was a great event in Compton, and I'm gonna leave it like that before I get rude.
You know, when I say there was every color there, I mean every color, literally color: brown, black, Asian, white, and also in the street life. You had red, blue, brown rags, black rag. I mean, I didn't necessarily see rags flying, but you knew a lot of people were from somewhere, and nothing went down. You told me a story, Lonzo, about a guy who took a picture with the
Yeah.
dude that shot him back in the day,
Man,
bro. Talk to me.
I'm sitting in the restaurant, and after the for the after party, and the brother walked up. Hey man, Lonzo, man, it was a great event, man. You a real OG. Woo woo woo. He said, man, the day was so cool. I saw the nigga that shot me, and we took a picture together. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, I still got he showed me his hand. I still got fragments in my hand. I know who shot me. He was there today, man. And we talked for a minute and just took a picture together, man, and put it to the side. I'm like, man, that was a great day in Compton, Doc. That was
Man,
a great day in Compton.
one of the best things I've ever seen, and I legit say this, one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. And I say that because it kind of went full circle with me, because Eazy-E was the reason I fell in love with hip hop. Yeah, I heard the Fat Boys, I heard Run DMC, I heard Sugar Hill Gang and all that, but nothing quite grabbed my attention like Eazy-E and his voice and things like that. So to be there and just see the respect that he got, man, because there has to be some talk in the streets like, hey, don't bring no bullshit to this Eazy thing. Come with your best attitude and things like that, right? Because nothing popped off, no fight, no bump, nothing, right? It was just a perfect day.
Dude,
It was almost perfect, dog.
you know, it lets you know that, man, a lot of brothers have grown up. They still a part of what they was a part of, but they got families now, man. A lot of these guys got families. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, in some cases may have a strike or two and can't afford to get caught up in that, man. And some cats have been through it and just want to, hey, man, you know what? I just want to live my life. I ain't trying to do all that right there, man. All that shit was back in the 80s and 90s. I got kids and grandkids. I just want to come out here and park my car and wipe up my car, look at some girls, listen to some music, and take my ass back home without having to have the police do their duty. Because the cops out there taking pictures. They was just chilling the whole time. I talked to the cop, one of my buddies that's a cop
Facts.
earlier. Said, man, I'm glad to see y'all able to come out there and enjoy the day like everybody else. Y'all was just getting paid for nothing.
Yep. I think I haven't heard a cop sing F the police. It was pretty, I wish I would have got it on camera, but I didn't want to blow homeboy's spot up. He was joking about it, but that was really funny. But yeah, man, it was a great time. Now, Easy E's kids were there.
All
Do you?
nine. All
Yeah,
nine.
yeah. Talk to us about which ones you remember being around back in the day, and which ones that you know personally or don't know.
Man, I'm gonna have to say one of his older sons and Lil E, because I remember he had two kids right around the same time, and dude, it was so long ago I forgot which one was in the car seat, but I'm gonna bet it was Lil E because he was a little bit younger, and it just was amazing, dude. How like I said, he was that kind of dude. Even he got his khakis on or his jeans and hat, and he got his kid in the car, man. And I respected that dude. It was no thing about him bringing his kid to the studio or to the house with him. It was just I had a lot of respect for that, and that's just some real shit.
Yeah, great time, and once again, shout out to the Compton City Council members and the mayor who definitely made that happen, as well as homegirl from N.W.A, Royalty. We got to definitely give her a shout out as well, because she was one of the people that got the ball rolling on this too, right?
Yeah, man, the ball had got a little stagnant for a minute. I didn't know which way to go. I'm not really astute when it comes to city politics. I'm learning though. I'm learning like a son of a gun. But at that time, I didn't understand how to get something on the agenda. And she asked me what I was trying to do, and I told her. And I said it's been approved by this person, that person, but it's kind of stuck right now. And it has to go through the clerk's office and the city manager's office to get on the agenda. And she made us send an email. The next thing I had an email, we was back up and running. We on the agenda shortly after that. And I can't think nobody but her and her other partner in the other young lady in the city council's office, Traffinia. She's like, why we don't know about this? Well, here it is, and they made it happen. That's just amazing how I'm talking to somebody who was a ruthless artist, man. Come on, I couldn't have planned that one no better, dude. I couldn't have planned it no better. I just saw her with Yella at a documentary event, and I knew her, but I didn't. You know, sometimes you see people, you don't really lock them in right away. I didn't lock her in right away. When I saw her again, I was like, I know her, and she called my name. I'm like, okay. She said, yeah, it's me. I'm one of Antoine's acts, Menage a Trois. I'm like, oh shit. 'Cause I didn't remember them that well, as that was after Eazy died, and I didn't really get into it. But it was a good album, I heard, but nobody, it wasn't a big album. And there she is in the clerk's office, pushing buttons and making things happen. Shout out to you.
All right, be honest with us. Did you cry a little bit, just knowing it's all done and everything?
Man, I was relieved, dude. I was
okay.
relieved because as a promoter, dude, as a promoter, people don't understand. We go through a lot of shit, a lot of emotional stuff, man. When you're a promoter, first of all, your reputation's on the line, and you can't control the outcome of what happens. I mean, you can prepare, get everybody there, but you can't control everybody's actions once they get there. You have you get fools. Fools ride bicycles, they walk, they do all kinds of stuff, and some people just have to be that dude at that time, and you hope that guy don't show up that day. You pray to God they don't. The night before the event, man, that Tuesday, I was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning straight. Kind of really stressed, but it's up. Shit was on my mind. And every once in a while, you see a crowd move around, and you realize, oh, it's a celebrity over there. That's Battle Cat's crowd, or that's Bone Thugs and Harmony. He over there holding court, or Lil E holding court. And once you realize what it was, I was able to calm down. Maybe about 3 o'clock, because it was at one point in time the numbers was massive. It was massive as far as the amount of people out there, and like I said, we had so many folks there that you things can happen, but I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah, beautiful day, beautiful day. Well, let's move on, Lonzo, to a few things that I would love your comments on. First thing is that's been pretty viral this past few days. Are you familiar with the T.I. situation, him and his son getting into it at an Atlanta Falcons game?
Yeah, I saw that, man.
Okay. Well, let me give everybody a breakdown who doesn't know, but T.I. actually had to put his son in a restraint hold to let him know he, isn't to be messed with. His son is one of those kids who, grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, but he acts very hood. He does things, that you would think that he grew up in a totally different environment. And, what do you think about kids, Lonzo, who have this fascination? They grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth, but they have this fascination with, wanting to be from the hood or wanting to be hood.
That reminds me of a few different things, man. I've seen this happen. I've seen this syndrome on several occasions. Pretty girls want to be tough. Baller kids, that's been rich all their life, want to be hood. I know some dudes that, some pretty boys that they're from the heart. They have to be extra hard because, they women love them. They're attractive guys. Women love them, and you got green eyes or blue eyes, whatever color it may be. And they walk into the room. And the girls all on them, but the guys get sweat them. You pretty boy, so and so. So now they got to defend them. Say, oh man, this is crazy, and it's the same basic syndrome that you see. This right here, he not from this. He don't have nothing to do with it whatsoever. But it's popular, and that's the part that folks tend to forget. It's popular. It's the catchy thing right now, and folks are into it. So even presenting the illusion that you are a street person, knowing damn well you was literally born with a silver spoon in your mouth, it's ridiculous, man. Because first of all, ain't nobody rapping about that lifestyle, okay? And if you did rap about that lifestyle of being born with a silver spoon in your mouth, would it sell records? I remember when Jay-Z was talking about how much money he had, nobody wanted to hear that shit. Dre tried it. Nobody wanted to hear that shit. Nobody wanted to hear how much money you got, especially when you broke. So you can't
Yeah.
really rap about living a good life and not having having problems that so many people from the hood may have because you don't know nothing about that, and nobody wants to hear about how good your life is. Simple as that. So, but it is a syndrome I've seen for quite some time. Cats just want to be something they're not because what they're not is popular right
Yeah. It's sad to how hard must it be how hard must it be to be in the limelight like that, like to be a superstar. Did you ever want, even going back to your younger days when you was world class wrecking crew, did you ever truly want to be a
now.
superstar?
Oh hell no.
'Cause okay,
Hell no. I
talk to
got
me.
just enough popularity where I can go into certain places and get shit free or get cut the line or, get recognized by the waitress or the waiter. But I ain't got no camera. TMZ ain't follow me everywhere I go, dude. That's just, man, I would not want to be that, live like that, dude. I would not want to be one of them cats like Dre or Cube that have to have guards everywhere they go. You just can't pull up and go, hey, man, what's happening over here? And without ever, perfect example. We were talking about seeing if, inviting them out, and they weren't available. But I told my publicist, I said, look, that's gonna be a massive security issue if either one of them cats show up. It's gonna be a security issue, okay? Because people want to get at them. They want to be, no, I'd rather they not. I'd rather they send me a video. Hey, man, thank you for making it happen. Blah blah blah, and not show up because it can get kind of uncomfortable. Because now you got people that they know they won't see them again up close like this. And,
Yeah.
that's not saying they want to get at them. They want pictures, autographs. It was hard for me to walk through the crowd that day because people snatch you on pictures, and you can't. What you gonna tell them? Nope. It's hard to tell them, no,
Yeah.
I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Well, how I'm coming in with you? No, Negro, you can't take a picture of my nuts. No. Okay. So, yeah, man, it just, it is it can be a pain in the ass. Like I said,
That makes a
I'm
lot of
popular. I'm not famous. It's a difference. I'm popular. A lot of people know my face. A lot of people know my name. But I'm not famous to the point where, I'm a paparazzi attraction.
Yeah. Let's go back to Turn Off the Lights. Big hit, huge hit. Your name and your face were probably even more known, at that period of time than ever in your career. I'm just guessing. But, when you had a hit like that, what is in your name? Is there some sort of paranoia that
No.
comes with
Not
that?
back then.
No, huh?
Not back then. We could drop our name on a record, man. And in fact, one of my partners, he works with Yella right now. His name was Alonzo too. Before Yella met him, he used to work at the mall, at the Carson Mall, and he worked at a men's store. I'm in there doing a little window shopping, seeing what's cracking. And we got to talking, and somebody was like, "What's your name, man?" My name is Lonzo. I said, "My name is Lonzo too." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I'm the one from the Wrecking Crew." He said, "Oh man," he gave me dap, gave me a hug, man. I been getting pussy on your name for the God knows how long. I've been telling them bitches I'm you. And yes. So yeah, as long as people use it in a positive way, I ain't tripping. At all. But yeah, he told me that, and we the best of buddies right to this day. Man, that was shit 20 years ago. No, 37 years ago. Turn Off the Lights came out, and we kicked it on that, and we still laugh about it right to this day.
That's hilarious, dude. You reminded me of something that I used to do when I was single back in the day, back in the 90s, before there was internet and before we had phones and people could look stuff up. But if I would meet a girl in the club, late at night and I'm trying to, hit or whatever, I would tell her stuff that I'd be like, yeah, so I make all the puppets for, certain movies, or I'm a Disney animatronic, or I work for back, you could just lie your ass off and just,
Wow.
yeah, man. So that, just going back to that dude saying that he got some in your honor, that's definitely a privilege right there.
Now, I was talking to a lady today. I've been talking to this lady for the last 2 weeks. We've been doing business together. Well, trying to do business together for the past three weeks or so. And I never told her who I was. And I never tell people that. That's not my calling card. I don't do that. I do me first. And if you find out and you like me for me, then we find out I did some stuff in the day, then it's all good. And she was trying to tell her boss she was talking to this guy from the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce about doing some business with this agency over here. And she's like, you might know him, here's this, you might see him around. I'm gonna look him up. And she looked me up, and she had no idea that what I'd done, and she was totally blown away. Like, oh my God, I didn't know you was you. Yeah, okay, but by that time we already cool. So now she's genuine. I'm genuine, and it makes our working relationship even that much better. Because I ain't got to trip on the celebrity. Celebrity thing don't do nothing for me. But it get me in some doors. But that ain't my calling card.
Yeah, and I told you this story before that we've been doing the show now for about 5 or 6 years, and my girl didn't even know till about 2 years into us doing the show together that it's Alonzo from Turn Off the Lights. I just randomly told her one day, she's like, wait, turn off, before you turn off the light. Yeah, that one. Oh my God, really? You never told me that? It's just,
wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Man. Well, let's move on. Before we do, let me shout out the audience out there and just remind them to hit the like button. And that's what I love about this show, Lonzo. We have 35 people in the building, 32 likes. The ratio of likes to views is almost even in this view because everybody supports this show, and I appreciate you guys doing that. But if you haven't hit the like button, please hit it right now. And if this is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear, you are tuned in to Not Without Alonzo. That is Alonzo Williams, the godfather of West Coast hip-hop, even more so now that he got Eazy-E, his street in Compton. And let me ask you real quick, Lonzo. People can never be satisfied. You've probably seen so many comments saying, why it ain't Eazy-E Street instead of Eazy Street? Man, they slided Easy. Why is it only Eazy Street? Have you seen those comments too?
Oh, hell yeah.
Those?
Hell
like,
yeah.
really, people? Eazy Street sounds so much better. Come on now.
Dude, we did the survey.
We did the vote,
we did the survey, and the vote came back Eazy Street. But you know what? People don't appreciate shit that nobody else does. And probably the same people that's talking shit ain't gonna do a goddamn thing but type on the internet. They ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. And second of all, like I told my buddy might ask me the same thing. I explained to him, I said, look, man, if you got to go ask for permission, first of all, Ruthless owns Eazy-E, okay? I'm not trying to get in no lawsuits. I ain't trying to hire no attorneys. Ain't nobody sponsored this shit but 2 people, okay? I got some people that, that donated some things to me before as coming out the pocket, because I can't kick a donation for the stage. I can't take a donation for the porta potties and everything and the food, whatever. I can't take a donation. I need somebody got to write a check for that. And a lot of people said they was coming through. They ain't come through. But people that did, we did what we could do with what we had. We didn't have money to go do a legal search to talk to Ruthless back and forth and come up with some situations that may not be conducive to this movement. We was moving fast. We got approval the week of his birthday. Right after August, Compton goes dark in August for the city council meetings, and we came. It was on the agenda on the second city council meeting, which was a couple days for his birthday, and it was like an early birthday present. Now we in September. You got to take time to promote and plan this kind of stuff. If we don't do it by the certain date, we can't do it till next year, because after November, it's all about Christmas, okay? So with that being said, I realized that okay, we're gonna do this. For one, Eazy Street ain't no conflict. Number 2, if you notice on the T-shirts, we didn't use his name. We didn't use his name or likeness. We just used imagery that represented him. And again, when you start getting into certain things, you open up a can of worms for lawyers to come in and start coming up with ways to delay and get their money. So we took that ball out of their park and just used things that was general, glasses, lowriders, and Compton hat, which is everybody got one, and created the T-shirt and the poster and the Eazy Street, Eazy with a street, Eazy with a Z. You can't copyright that. That's it is what it is. And like you said, Eazy people love the name Eazy Street.
Beautiful. Couldn't have been any better, man. Think about it, people. There are a lot of legal issues and things like that behind it too. So thanks for clearing that up, man. Let's move on to the other thing that I wanted to talk with you about, Lonz. What are your thoughts on what's going on with Puffy right now?
Man, he done pissed somebody off. Somebody
Mm.
that he was rolling with at some point in time, something is wrong. I heard he lost lost the
Revolt, position at Revolt.
revolt and the Ciroc situation. That was on the
Oh,
licensing
damn.
deal. I understand it was rumor. Well, allegedly, he's not repping that like he used to, or his position has been reduced or whatever. He never owned it, but he had something majorly to do with it. He was a big part of the marketing, and I understand that's no longer in play as well. So, it seems like to me, man, he has done something to somebody, or he's pissed a group of people off, and they coming after his ass. You know, you can only be a tyrant for so long, and people are going to turn on you. If you're really a tyrant, like they're trying to say he was, and did all the things he has to different people, and because it's real sad, man. That when Jaguar Wright mentioned that, you know, and you start thinking about it, everybody around you leave except for you. Now I'm in some pictures that I'm the only person still alive, but I ain't had nothing to do with none of these people, these brothers. You know, we weren't that tight. We were, you know, we took a picture together, and they eventually passed on. But when you work with people and you tight with people, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, Al B. Sure, and your girl, everybody check out. Everybody, come on, man. That's gonna make folks. That makes people, yeah. And then you already allegedly involved in another somebody else dying. Dude, that's not a good look for the home team.
Yeah, man. Let's play that clip real quick of Jaguar Wright.
Oh, I see you, OG
Hold on.
Steve. I see you, Doc.
Yeah, oh yeah, good looking out, OG Steve. I totally forgot to thank you, man. Oh, you know what? I forgot I'm not hooked up to the mixer. Oh well. Yeah, that Jaguar Wright thing is real interesting. Check it out when you get a chance. Just YouTube Jaguar Wright, P Diddy, and damn, she says some interesting stuff in there, man.
Yeah, it definitely.
There.
It definitely would have. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes to tell you that much. You know, sometimes it's amazing, man. Sometimes when I sit here and I see some of the news, some of the guys, some of the things that they have to go through, I'm glad to be sitting where I'm sitting sometimes. And you know, it ain't the best place in the world, but I ain't sitting in that chair.
Facts, dude. Facts. Was did people get outed back in your day, Lonzo, or is this like a new thing? No, and who was like the first black celebrity to your remembrance to be outed, like a P Diddy or a Bill Cosby or you know something like that?
Outed. Who got outed back in the day? I can't recall.
It wasn't really a thing, right?
No, because back then, man, people were invested in people. They would protect you back in the day. Most companies were so invested into the artists, they would do whatever they could
That's right.
to keep people from hurting you. There was no value in hurting you unless if you got a blackmailer, somebody that was trying to blackmail you, your record company or your movie company would come in and.
Someone said Teddy Pendergrass. What happened with Teddy? You know?
Teddy, I don't know if he got outed or not, but allegedly Teddy was in a car with a transvestite or transgender person.
Oh, okay.
When he had his accident.
Now it's coming to me.
Yeah.
Marion Barry, maybe Eddie Murphy with the transgender person too. That was kind of early '90s, right?
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy thing. You know, that could be kind of a trip. Again, he got caught in the car with him. It ain't like they caught him with a mouthful of Eddie. You know what I'm saying? So, it is.
Yeah.
What you can't if you run into the right transsexual person, you don't know you're talking to a woman, a man.
Oh, that's fact.
If you run into the right one at the right light at the right time, you might not know you're talking to a man in a transsexual. So, it is what it is, Doc. Who else you say might have been outed? Dusty?
Hold up 1 second.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Lance?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
The hell? That was weird. Okay. Yeah, I'll just have to hold my phone up. All right,
Okay.
sorry, my it just disconnected from my mixer there for a second.
Okay. Now, just who else did you say might have been outed back in the day?
Oh, we were talking about Eddie Murphy. We said Marion Barry. That was an early one I remember. The Washington D.C. mayor.
Yeah, now he just got busted. That's the difference. He just got busted. This is different. Getting outed and getting busted is two different things, okay?
Thank you, Off Top TV. Good looking out. He says, salute to you, good brothers. Appreciate you.
I see you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Much love, Doc, off the top. Most appreciate you. Yeah, man. Yeah, Marion Barry just got busted. He gets, he was a crackhead. He got caught with a crack pipe in the hotel with an alleged hooker. Hey, that ain't outed. Outed is when somebody catch you doing something and want to blackmail you and want to, tell your business or not tell your business for a fee. That's a little bit different. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, that makes sense. What do you remember about that Marion Barry thing? I remember the only thing I really remember as a kid was in Living Color always making fun of it. But other than that, I was too young to really understand it.
I remember seeing the picture of the girl. The girl didn't look that bad. The girl looked kind of nice, for what I can remember. And but I think she's the one that set him up, though. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she's the one. If I ain't mistaken, she's the one. I think, if I ain't mistaken, I think she was the one that was kind of in with the videographer or photographer or whatever the case may be that caught him in that compromising position.
Yeah, that was interesting. And that was him. That was the guy. He was smoking crack, right?
Smoking crack with a kid guy in a hotel, and he was a bona fide crackhead. I understand. Allegedly, he was a bona fide crackhead, and he got caught again. I think he got caught. He got elected again after he got caught. He got elected again. Yeah.
Damn. Imagine losing to a crackhead.
Yeah.
You have to be a horrible candidate to lose to a crackhead.
Oh, he was a hell of a mayor, a hell of a crackhead mayor, either one.
Damn, dude. Let's go to some of the questions. Actually, you know what? Before we get to the questions, Floyd Mayweather posted an interesting comment that I would love your thoughts on. He posted, quote, social media got girls buying a body before they buy a house.
Ooh, Floyd Mayweather, damn.
Yeah, talk to me, man.
Dude, it was funny. You should bring that subject up today because I remember just the other day, yesterday, I'm looking at social media, and this chick was beautiful. She was beautiful, and I really couldn't tell. I didn't see the before pictures, but you couldn't tell that she had any work done. And then she started talking about, she's looking for somebody to take care of her, to be with. She's a full package. I got 20,000 worth of titties. I got 15 on my lips, and I got a tube of big. Wait a minute, come on, baby, you robo bitch. God damn. You a robo. I mean, come on. I mean, I just never. I've been assaulted by fake titties before, and they're just not my favorite. And I do mean assault.
Nah.
We was in Tijuana. Me and some of my buddies was in Tijuana, and they gonna have a stripper in Tijuana. Strip clubs be cracking at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Five black guys walk into a strip point. Everybody turns to the door, grab their pistols, start hollering about Obama, Obama, Obama. And yeah, my buddy gonna have him. Because I know I may sound like a lie. That don't do nothing for me, man. I ran strip clubs before, so it's like being a mortician. You see enough dead bodies, give me my sandwich. Let me finish eating my sandwich. I'm gonna do this autopsy. Same thing with this right here. And this, oh man, she fine. She was a Latino girl. She was pretty now, don't get me wrong. But she had these two big ass sandbag titties.
Yeah,
and the homegirl took them and she tried to give me the mush thing. And man, them two motherfuckers hit me upside my head, my glasses off, turned around, my head all fucked up. I'm like, get off me! This hit me in the nose, my eyes started watering. Get her off of me, man! I did not like it at all. They swore I didn't like women after that. Get her off of me now, because it was just so
That's
uncomfortable.
hilarious.
It was like it was like a nipple assault or some shit. It was horrible.
That's funny, dude. You know, that reminds me of something. I never dabbled in the women of the night in Tijuana, but I did a lot of trips back when I was like from like 16 to 19 years old. And I remember the first time I went to a strip club, and one of the strippers who also sold vagina on the side, that I found out right then and there. She grabbed my hand, put it under her skirt, and let me feel her just to show me that she wasn't a man. She said, "I'm not a man." I was like, "I don't care. I don't care." Before I could even say anything, she grabs my hand, puts it under her dress, and I'm feeling coochie. I'm like, ah. And it was, yeah, it was an interesting experience. But dude, did you ever go to TJ when you were younger, Alonzo?
Hell yeah.
Oh, dog, I know you have some stories, homie. Come on. TJ, for anyone, real quick, but for anyone who doesn't know, TJ is where we used to go. Now I wouldn't step foot in TJ, you know, very rarely, because it was crazy back in the day, but it was really a lot of fun. It was almost like a darker side of Las Vegas,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this was in the 90s for me. I could only imagine, before then, dog. You got any good TJ stories?
Not really, man. Not really, dude. Because we go over there, we hang out. We would go to buy firecrackers.
That's right.
I went one day. My buddy, he wanted to get his car reupholstered. That was the big thing back in the day, to get your car reupholstered in TJ. And but it was so damn nerve wracking trying to drive in that traffic, because they don't believe in stop signs and
Oh man, and those roundabouts,
come
forget
on,
about
man.
it.
They ain't got the same traffic laws we have over here. And at that time, we weren't even tripping on the strip clubs. We just went out there, took care of business, bought the fireworks, came on back. And I went there. I used to go there with my girl from time to time, so I damn sure wasn't in no strip clubs back then. The last time I was in there with like I said, with my fellas, this is about 15 years ago. We had a great time, man, and I'm gonna leave it like that because we on the air. We had a good time.
There it is, man. Hey, Kato Skull, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Says, "Hey, Lonzo, do you remember Joe KJ Fierro? I
Joe,
brought his lady to the event with my lady, Joe KJ Fierro. I'll look that name up.
Saturday?
Oh, I don't know. I don't. They just said I don't know if it was a music person or something like that.
I can't say.
Oh, okay. Nope. All right. Sorry, guys. I'll look up that name. Oh, and also it's N.W.A.'s member, former bodyguard Joe KJ Fierro. Okay, so apparently he died back. Oh, Mustafa. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, Mustafa. What
KJ
about?
Mustafa.
Yeah, what about?
Okay, so gotcha. So someone was asking if he was there, but apparently, oh no, they were just asking if you remember him. There it goes. Do you remember
If
Mustafa?
it's the same guy, I just talked to him. He hit me up the other day, gave me a thumbs up on the Easy move. If
It's not Mustafa, the same one, because this one passed away unfortunately in 2015. It
no,
says.
different guy then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, KJ. Okay, KJ Mustafa, something like that. All right. Yep.
Oh,
Nope.
KJ.
Oh yeah,
He was,
KJ Mustafa.
he was one of Easy's bodyguards, right?
Yeah, yeah, bodyguard, exactly.
Yeah, big dude, big giant son of a bitch.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I didn't know he died.
Yeah, about 8 years ago, it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. It looks like a big. He looked big before he passed.
He was a
So
big son of a bitch. He's like 6'3",
yeah,
but he's all muscle. Solid son of a bitch.
damn.
Solid.
I was listening to a podcast. Easy's name's been going crazy lately, obviously with the street thing, and someone was talking about Dr. Dre. His name came up, and I wanted to know your thoughts on this because they just randomly talked about it. But they talked about Dr. Dre had a lot of children at an early age. I think starting at 17, and then he had one right after that, and then kind of kept it going. But you were in his life at that age. What do you remember about Dre being an early dad, and what were your thoughts of him, having kids at such an early age and things like that?
Um, him and Easy had different attitudes. Dre's kids would come around, but usually the mom would bring him around, and they would hang out for a minute. They wouldn't. I don't recall them having the same. Somebody pulling up with a car seat. I don't recall that. I can't see the kids running around. Like I said, I don't recall him pulling up no car seat, no kids in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they also said that Dre used to go by DJ Romeo.
I don't remember that,
Or
but I never knew
Really?
He might have, because
Okay.
him and Eazy was trying to do a production company before I met him. They had a thing called High Power Production. In fact,
Okay.
if you look on some of the Ruthless records, you'll see High Power Productions on there. But that was
Okay.
his party promotion company was called High Power Productions.
Okay. Did Easy ever share any stories with you? You know, because obviously when they bring a certain image, they will bring a certain crowd as well. Did they ever did Easy ever share any stories with you of them having to get into fights at clubs or fights at shows? You know, because some real gangsters wanted to test them.
No, he never recalled about that. It just sometimes the crowd would get outrageous.
And something just happened with the sound, just like within the last 20 seconds. Did you? There we go. Now it's
Okay.
better. Oh,
Yeah,
you go.
it was. I remember we talking about one time some folks got some girls or some folks got a little outrageous, and the twins would snatch him up like a football and carry his ass out of the room or some shit like that. But nothing violent. Nobody was trying to kill him that I can recall.
Yeah, someone says, "Yo, Dusty, can you all touch on the situation with T.I.'s son?" Isaiah, we talked about that. I think that was the second story. So if you after the live, if you want to go back and fast forward maybe like 15 minutes or so, we talked about the T.I. situation. Lonzo, Alberto says, "Lonzo, can you comment on DJ Yella's drum playing style? Thanks."
Yella plays his ass off. He's a great drummer. He was the what's you call that shit when you're front of the band.
Lead drummer. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Drum
we'll just say
drum majorette or something
there
like
we
that.
go.
At Compton High School, and he learned to play the drums, and he would play them in the crew. At Wrecking Crew, we were like a band. We didn't just come out there, and the five of us, we had different looks. And at one time, because the other could play the hell out of his drums, I bought some digital drums, and he would play them on the show. So yes, he was a very proficient drummer.
Mm. Someone wants to know, where does that question go? In your opinion, who was more influential to hip hop, Eazy-E or Tupac?
Ooh,
It's interesting. Yeah, that's a good question.
that's a damn good question. I think Tupac had a bigger voice. He was always into some shit. Easy had, he may have had a bigger impact business wise. Okay, Easy, because under my tutelage, understood the power of owning your own label and being a leader of your own group. And Tupac, he had that with the Outlaws, but it wasn't his. It was always on Death Row. So I'm gonna have to say Easy.
Mm. You know, someone that doesn't get a lot of shine. I remember them from back in the day, and one of the members was actually there at the Eazy-E signing, at the Eazy Street signing celebration. But Blood of Abraham.
Right.
That's yeah, they're both from Jewish community. Um, they had a track called "Niggas and JUWZ," um, and it was actually N words and something that rhymes with bikes. That is a derogatory term for certain people, but that's a very interesting group. Eazy-E signed them. Was Easy ahead of his time with this? Like, what do you think about Eazy-E signing a group called Blood of Abraham?
That I can see that happening. Him and Jerry Heller being tight and trying to expand to another level. I don't see them two words going very far, because I can see the Jewish Anti-Defamation League shutting that shit down real fast.
Mm.
Niggas, come on, man. I can't say it on the show.
I know, right?
I
We
better
can't even
not
say,
say it on the
yeah,
show.
we have to
Okay,
tip top over the, yeah.
They're gonna cancel the shit out of this damn segment. Oh no, but you know what I'm thinking about. Okay?
Yeah.
Hold on. Big A. Oh, no, you on the phone. I can't talk to him right now. Big A calling me. But yeah, no, man. They was trying to take that same. Sound like they was trying to take the same attitude, that in your face attitude that they have with N.W.A. But that community ain't gonna have that. They ain't gonna.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work.
And that's why they were short-lived, right? And they were probably blacklisted, blackballed, whatever you call it, after that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I never heard anything else, from them. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. All right. Well, shoot, we got a few more minutes left. Anything coming up? Any last words?
Getting ready for the Eve After Dark. Craig's Skateland in the house. He asked me a question.
Oh, shout out to Swice. Oh, did he? Oh, I missed
Yeah,
it.
it was back in
What,
the
let's,
back in the back.
shoot. Yeah, I'm dead. The chat is just cracking. I'm like, man, and me not being on my mixer, it's kind of messing me up, and I have to hold my phone, so I can't really. Let's see. Huge.
Craig,
I'm looking for his.
let me see
Damn,
what
did
he.
Craig? I'm sorry, Craig.
Craig hit
I'm
me up with something
sorry.
early in the show about Eve
Just.
After Dark, and was I crazy?
Oh, are you crazy? Bring it back, Eve After Dark.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Oh,
Let me see
what?
he said.
Answer it to the best. Yeah, I'm looking myself. I'm going up, and I don't. I don't see it.
It was it was a nice little.
And it's probably on my phone and not in the general chat. It's probably on the other chat. Damn. Anybody remember what Craig asked? Type it below, cause.
Hey, I found it. Grandmaster, is it true? You bring the E's back to life. You fucking crazy or what? Has your woman left you? Could you possibly be what be your key motivation? I fear some. I fear some you pussy turn your head. Okay. Nah, I fear some. I guess if I fear some new pussy has turned your head. Not at all, Craig. Not at all. The Eve is coming back. One, it's needed. It's just like it was back in 1979. There was no place for a certain group of people to go, and in LA, the nightclub business has dried up like an old sponge in the desert.
Yeah.
It's only for veterans, for people of a certain age group. I'm not trying to do no young folks. No, you want to come up here? We're gonna do some old school, do some '90s, some 2000, and maybe we're gonna mix in some stuff like October London and some other folks that's good. But there's big enough. I think there's a big enough of a market of folks in their 50s and 60s that still want to come out and have a good time and go home by 12 or 1 o'clock. I went to a club out in at the IE, and it was lined up at 12 o'clock to get in there, and it's just there's no place for people to go. There are more DJs working than ever before, and there are fewer dance floors. And again,
Yeah.
because of my relationship with the family, I already got my deal cut. I can leave and I get ready to. I'm not tied in like I was, and I'm acting as a consultant and a co-manager more so than the focal person. So I still can come home and go to bed if I want to. I got a staff this time. I ain't never had a staff before. I got a staff. I got a team. I ain't gonna call it staff. I got a team this time to help me get through this thing. And like I said, it's not just about me, but I'm working with the folks to make it happen. So yeah, I ain't going crazy. No, my wife ain't anybody left. I'm just I'm bored. I'm really bored. I mean, I do a lot of stuff, but in the evening time, that's when I get the most bored. And I would love to have a place to go.
I'm the same way, bro.
Shoot pool, hang out with some folks. I ain't gonna be there all night. Have a drink, see what's going on, and bring my ass back home. And that's what I used to do before I even in the club. I wasn't managing the club. It would be my go-to spot to break the monotony of sitting here at the house. Go up there. We always had a pool table. Always somebody, a friendly face that you know, hey man, what's happening? Shoot a game of pool, have a beer, have a drink. Might be a couple of females, you know. And most of the time, wasn't nothing happening. It just was, hey man, we just sit here. There's a place to congregate and have a good time. And that's all we're gonna do. That's all we're gonna do this time. We're just gonna do it with a modern twist. That's it. Hey man, it's time to go, Dusty.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, thanks again to everybody. Hit that like button before you head out, and definitely hit that subscribe button if this is your first time. Lonzo, always a pleasure, man. Hit him with that rap, dude.
All right, for those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre into surgery, stuck Ice Cube in the freezer until he got cold on the Eve After Dark Center Stage Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe that Hollywood bullshit, because it was all cap. My history goes deeper than you'll ever know. Just remember that N.W.A. stands for Not Without Alonzo. Peace.